Hello and welcome, this is Gunner, and we're back with some more MechWarrior 3. One thing that I did in between videos that I forgot to do at the end of the last video was set up my weapon groups. So I put the pulse lasers into weapon group 2 to give them a separate group, just to make things cleaner. And now that we've done that, we can go ahead and start the mission. So from what I gathered from the briefing, which was really not giving me very many details, but I think I'm supposed to escort something or rendezvous with something because there was mention of a rendezvous. And then we have these 3 points that we have to move towards. I'm not really sure what my objectives are. So just to be clear, I think I'm going to look at my objectives once we launch into the mission here.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, all systems nominal.
Okay, so we're supposed to destroy a couple facilities and then escort mobile field base. Okay, that's the escort. All right.
Mech power up detected.
Oh, interesting.
Target position.
Enemy unaware. That's what he thinks.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ah.
Missile launch detected.
Switch here. All right, we're too close for the missiles. We're not too close for the autocannon. Now, this guy's not going to last long. As a matter of fact, he just died. Okay, we have other enemy on the screen. Looks like APCs. Some bulldogs. We'll be able to take the APCs out pretty quickly here with the laser. You? Yeah, I like these pulse lasers. They're pretty damn good. And it allows me to conserve my ammo as well. Something that's quite nice. So now I have a little bit more endurance. Okay. Sure, I'll hit this guy with an LRM-10. We got here. Okay. Another APC incoming. Wait for it to get close and just kill it with the pulse laser. I think I killed that other thing. These guys only have machine guns, so we should be able to beat them at this range. Okay, we've got another bulldog off in the distance. Fire up a little, just so that we are not impacting the train, because there seems to be a little bit of a hill. Yeah, we did hit. Fire one more salvo, see if that gets a kill. Might take one more hit. Okay. Alright. If we're supposed to be escorting,
Waiting for rendezvous coordinates.
tell them to move up a bit. I think we cleared out the enemy, and we could probably use some rearming.
Mech power up detected.
Oh, back power up. Okay, that was a bad choice. Alright, where are you? Expand the radar, see if we can find them. And one thing I don't think I've shown yet is there are other viewpoints you can do. There's this camera view, which is really not that useful because it's kind of eh. There's also this view. We could do this fight like this. Okay. Got
Commander Freya, you are dealing with this situation. Reneg.
too far out, I think.
I employ warriors from the plains. We will cut their retreat.
Okay, yeah, I see him now. Oh. Sure we maintain that lock. Okay, hit him again.
Missile launch detected.
Oh, he's getting missiles at me, so let's keep our distance. There are SRMs, we may be able to keep ahead of them. Okay, that just doesn't... I didn't pick the ground. Alright, so we gotta get up here and be aggressive because our mobile field bases are gonna be in the line of fire here fairly soon.
Detected.
Fight of the pulse lasers. Get a shot lined up here. They're running hot. Let's flush our coolant. We're gonna rearm here and resupply soon anyway. Alright, another one down. So you have to let me know what you guys like as far as the camera angle. I kind of prefer doing the first person perspective because it allows me to aim a little bit more precisely. I think there was one spot in there when I was fighting where I was not lined up properly and the laser didn't really go where I wanted it to. Another thing I can do, you can also crouch in this game. Boop, 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 boop. You can also fall down. I think I've done it maybe to one of the enemies. I'm not really sure because I have played this instant action off camera, so I'm not really sure that's something I've done or not. But there is a button press to get back up. I mean, this is a pretty complicated game. It is meant to be a simulator after all. And as a matter of fact, surprisingly, the Xbox One controller that I have plugged into my computer actually works with this game. I would really have to mess with it to see like what all the things do. And I will point out that with my setup, I have changed this from the default setup. The mouse is what moves around my reticle, which is not the default setup. And you can only pick one or the other. You can't do a mouse look or it's either mouse look or joystick look. So this game I think was more set up to be used with the joystick, but thankfully they do give you that ability to use the mouse, which has made it nice. Other key bindings have just been like, you know, modernization things like, you know, WASD for movement. Again, that's not the default, but it's more comfortable for us using a mouse and what have you. All right, so I do see something on the target reticle, and the objective is here. And just to double check our objectives, yeah, we're supposed to destroy something here at Able. So let's see if we can figure this out. So I can attack this. Can I target it? Q doesn't do it. Normally Q targets something that's under your reticle. Oh, I could target this though. So we're supposed to attack, it looks like the pillar. Okay, so we'll do that. I mean, I'm just guessing here. I'm not really sure 100% what I'm supposed to do here. We'll find out. I mean, if the objective clears, then we know what to do. And we're supposed to destroy another. Okay, that worked. So what is this I'm targeting? Oh! Looks like the other pillar just took itself out. Okay. Well, for now, I'll just focus on the pillars. And I'll target these things so that... Because I can't target the other things, those might not be the objective. They just may be something I can destroy. So... Now, there are things on my radar moving around. So... Not sure if I should be worried yet. Oh, that's down. Something right here on my radar. Fortunately, the building's kind of in the way. Ooh, maybe some gun emplacement. Let's hit it hard. You know, did it not rearm my LRMs? I don't think I got my LRMs rearmed. I think it only rearmed. So we've got a bulldog income. I'm gonna guess. Okay, it's this pillar. Maybe it's only one of the pillars you have to hit to knock the building down. You know, I really should be conserving my ammo here. But I'm not going to get back. I think I got my AC-10 back because I'm fairly certain I fired that quite a bit. So if I'm right, that will fall. Okay, so you only have to knock out one of the pillars.
Primary objective complete.
All right, so that's all we had to do. So the other stuff, yeah, that's not really important. Okay, good to know. Well, there's a bulldog over here somewhere. Oh. Another one of these things. Don't see it do anything. I'll just hit it repeatedly and... fire that. These pulse lasers are just so easy to use and look quite good. Alright, so there's another bulldog. Might be able to hit it if I arc. See if that lands. Did. I think it'll take 3 hits before. Oh, we've got an enemy. Mech.
Let's see how good this Surat truly is. Targeting.
Alright, let's use our missiles more wisely now. Alright, they're firing missiles at me as well. Maybe we can get the bridge to... not too late. Hoping that it will impact the bridge. No, we're not getting lucky in that regard. keep firing missiles here from behind the cover of the... Okay. The bridge. Let's go in and hit it with the autocannon. If we aim for the center torso, that might be enough. Okay, let's get in here. Do what we need to do. Get up close and personal so it can't hit me with the... There we go.
Careless fool. Nice
All right.
work, Captain.
It did take some pretty good damage there, but...
Secondary objective complete.
Okay, we got some other targets here. Don't have a lot of ammo. I'm hoping we can hit them from this range. Did take some pretty good damage there for sure, though. Okay, that hit. Another salvo should probably do it. And there's one more target. Same thing. So 2 shots from the LRM-10s, as long as this lands, should do it. Although I don't have much LRM-10 ammo left. I think that landed. Get out of the water here. You can also see the missiles on the radar, something I didn't really mention before. You can see for a real brief moment there was like a green blip. Those are missiles. So if there's a lot of missiles flying, that can get hectic, I guess. All right, let's have...
Rendezvous coordinates. Roger that, Lance Leader. Transferring now.
I didn't really want you going. Maybe we can...
What? Okay, disengaging.
There we go.
Waiting for rendezvous coordinates.
Yeah, let's have them cross the river.
Roger that, Lance Leader. Transferring now.
That's what we want them to do anyway. Ah! Alright, we'll just go this way. Come on. Hopefully I can get out of the river. I don't have jump jets, so... Alright. So let's see what we can lock up there. There we go. So we're taking out pillars again, just a little bit different style. We'll have to see if I actually get the missile ammo left or back. Okay, so far so good. I kind of wonder what happens if you shoot them not in this spot, if it like doesn't do anything. Let's test that out. Oh, I'll shoot it up here. I mean, because I've got a reticle and it's telling me I can do damage. I assume at this point we probably should have killed it. Go a little bit more, I mean, because we have to wait anyway for the mobile group to get here. But, we transition to here. You know, kind of hard to say because I'm hitting it quite a bit in this spot.
Primary objective complete.
But it's down. So I'm not sure if you have to hit it in that one spot or not. Go into third person here. Go to the point that we're supposed to go. Okay, so far so good. So what's our last objective? We have to escort the mobile field bases to Op Charlie. Okay. Well, I think don't have really anybody in our way unless there's more mech power-ups.
And are ready to deploy.
Okay, let's shut down. One thing I'll mention though, you miss out on, if you're in the third person perspective, is you miss out on the cool, your cockpit getting shot up effect. But one thing that will happen if you take some damage is you can get your sensors messed up, and you've already kind of seen that when I'm overheating, that like things get all fuzzy and I can't really see like my weapons up in the upper right corner, for example, very well. Well, you can take damage that does the same effect. And we want to switch our navigation to Charlie and
Waiting for rendezvous coordinates.
put them
Roger
there.
that, Lance Leader. Transferring now.
All right, let's see if anything pops up as we go. Yeah, they didn't rearm me with LRM 10, so I have to keep that in mind. Maybe your LRMs never get rearmed. Now the AC-10, that's fully loaded. So, definite weakness of missile systems. I thought they would rearm me with anything, but I guess LRMs is a little bit different. Unless maybe you have to do it multiple times. I'm not sure. Maybe they can only do one ammo type at a time. So we've got other things we can target up here, but I don't think that they're anything serious or anything high on. But all right, so we didn't end up seeing that assault mech that they mentioned in the briefing because they said that there was an annihilator that was on the other side.
Successful.
Oh, there we go. That's it. So I will say,
Sergeant Fury, the enemy is advancing on your position. Must I do everything personally? All units regroup. Protect the project at all costs. I will hold Osis's precious state site. Too late now.
okay. But yeah, I'd say this mission, the briefing didn't really give me a very good idea of what it was I was supposed to be doing. So we just had to kind of feel that one out.
Bad news, Lance Leader. The mechs sent to destroy the dam were eliminated after they succeeded in their mission. However, a field operative discovered a previously unknown underground site. The forces to the north are stalled in their attempt to rendezvous with us. Galaxy Commander Corbett is apparently leading a frontline trinary against them. That's all we have for now.
Alright, so let's see what we get from salvage. Actually get a mech, that's cool. It's a lighter mech than we currently use, so... But it's not a bad mech, so that's good. So we have 3 LRM-5s, 3 medium lasers. That's good as well. Gives us the capability of having more medium lasers. AC-2, another clan machine gun, small laser, 2 more medium pulse lasers. I quite like those, so that's not bad. Although I think the 2 that we have are fairly good. Because they seem to, once you cycled through one, and then you cycle through the next one was ready. So 2 is probably fine, unless I want to be firing like more than one at a time. But right now, we're not really good in as far as heat generation goes. We didn't get any more heat sinks, so it's not really gotten any better either. So, all right, let's go ahead and go on to the next mission.
Roll fly-through sequence. Your first stop point is in the center of these facilities. Freeze video. These greenhouses are used exclusively by the clan military forces. Deny them their use. On this island are the power generators. Run video. Sensors indicate the power output is unusually low to run such a large facility. Watch this. Now we know what caused the destruction of the Black Hammer. Rewind to just before the destruction. Freeze. These are warship-class lasers, just like we found in the lower valley. They're mounted on a simple tower platform. Here are your op points. Expect heavy mech resistance. Fixed emplacements cover these areas. Payne will move in as soon as you begin your run. We'll stand by for orders. Mobile field base out.
Okay, so I'm guessing Dominic Payne, maybe another MechWarrior, perhaps? I don't know if you have the ability to really modify your lance mates, what loadout they have. We'll have to see once we get further into this game if that's something you can do. Like we have three more locations: Abel, Baker, Charlie. We start down here, kind of obscured behind the mech lab, but that's where we start. So we've got a bridge that we come across. It is kind of cool that the maps kind of transition into each other. Where we left off in the mission before the one we just did, you know, we picked up right from there. And then I think what we could see across the way, because there was a bridge and then there was some stuff across the way, you know, we're starting in the same spot that we left off. So this is where Charlie was in the mission we just completed. That's kind of cool that it does it that way. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the mech lab. I don't know how much improvement we can really do with the Bushwhacker. We could move into the Strider, but you have to keep in mind, we're dropping 15 tons to do that. Now, what would be the difference on just the face of things? So, with here, this is an Omni mech, so I think there's going to be a lot more versions of the mech that we can use. But the current version that this one is set up for is a single large laser and 2 LRM-5s. Maybe these are the ones that we could actually do with what equipment we have, too, because it says the other ones are incomplete, so perhaps that's the case. And then our other alternate is a couple of pulse lasers, a small laser, and 2 streak SRMs. I think we've seen this opponent before. Of course, we could always customize, so that's an option that's open to us. This being a lighter mech with less systems going on, it may actually be easier to modify it in a way that we would like. Although we may not have as good of armor. So let's take a look at what we could do with the Bushwhacker as is. See if we have any good items. You know, one thing I forgot to do. Let's just hit accept real quick. Go into this. Again, I don't know if you have to do this. I guess you don't. But, you know, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to do it anyway. Because why not? Although it does take a while because there's not a, you know, take all. But there we go. I think I did pick up a double heatsink there. That's good. So we'll hit accept. Go back to the mech lab. Because it does sound like, or look like, it does already take into account what you got from salvage. All right, in any case, let's go to customize. Go to equipment. So again, we're having clan heatsinks, but we do have standard heatsinks, so that's good. That allows me to rearm or address some of these heat inefficiencies. What just happened? Didn't save my loadout. Did I mess up? I may have messed up. I may have hit accept here, and it, all right, so we're gonna have our work cut out for us because we're gonna need to fix this stuff. But that's not too bad though. We knew kind of where we were ahead of time, so that's why we had the heatsink there. But I'm gonna guess that we can't put in clan heatsinks into something that we already, you know, I mean, let's prove it. Nope, incompatible heatsink type. So we can't use clan heatsinks no matter what we'd want to do. So that's unfortunate. All right, so in the center torso, we were putting in the 2 pulse, medium pulse lasers. And then we got rid of the machine gun, and then its ammo. And then we have the armor to allocate. So that's the thing that's the most annoying. Let's go ahead and allocate that. So we had maxed out the armor. That much I'm aware. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we had something like, for sure, we had this maxed out. This, I think I had more up. Maybe we were like that. Okay, maybe. Something close to that. Okay, let's go back to the weapon loadout. So we're going to get rid of the LRM-5 and its ammo. Other LRM-5. And then the left torso, we're going to add in the clan LRM-10, which we now have 2 of. But if I can't easily replenish the ammo, that is a little bit of a problem. Then we'll do 1. Then for the right torso, we're going to want to have another thing of AC-10 ammo. And tonnage 50.7. That'd be the key. Oh, we don't have enough ammo. Maybe that's why I didn't rearm. So we're a little low on ammo for the LRM-10, it looks like. So we may have to swap that out because of the lack of ammo. Well, that sucks. You know, one thing we could do is we could just use 1. Because this is going to be a heck of a lot. I mean, it's going to have the same endurance as the 2 LRM-5s, but it's going to be a heck of a lot lighter. But I still think that's a good idea. But now we have to play around with this thing just from the standpoint of what's going on. So we do have this heatsink. We also have jump jets, which I could install if I really want. So we have a ton to work with. And I don't really have anything that screams out to me that we need it. And this may be one of those situations where we're going to want to hop into the Strider just because I don't really have... Maybe we put the LRM-10 ammo in here anyway, and then we wait, or we just save this. We go into the mech lab, and then we play with the Strider. And this way... Oh. Probably what I need to do is I need to hit save. This I'm going to call... I'll call it... Just call it mouse 1. Okay, so if that's... Now we should be able to go over to the Strider and that saves. All right, cool. Go into the customize here. And we'll mess around with this thing. So we don't want a slave. And I don't think we want a large laser either. Matter of fact, let's back this up. Go to D. D variant. That's closer to what I would want to do. So the D variant. We've got 2 medium pulse lasers, a small laser, and 2 streak SRM2. Now let's customize. So we have a ton to work with already. I don't need a C3 slave. There's no ammo here, so there's no reason to have case. That. Some of these loadouts, I'm going to get rid of the small laser. Some of these loadouts that the game comes pre-generated with are really wonky. I mean, it was under by 1 ton. It had case in places that didn't make any sense to have case, unless obviously you put in. So it looks like our weapons are entirely in the left and right arm. They are. So that does make us vulnerable to taking damage. We may want to swap those around a bit. But with 3 tons, let's see what we can do. So armor, we have standard armor. Well, at this point, I think we would probably benefit. I mean, if we look at where we're at. So we have 29 criticals available, and 14 of those are being taken up by the endosteel. I also am curious, what engine are we using? We're using a standard engine too. This is one of those situations where we have a lot more slots, so even if I switched over to the other type of ammo, I mean, not ammo, armor, I would have 15 slots left over. So that'd probably be a good idea for me to do that. So go ahead and dump out all the standard armor. And we'll add in the other armor. So now we see we have 15 criticals still left. And we'll put in as much armor as I can get away with. So 7.5. So it seems like about the same tonnage. But we're getting more points because of our efficiency. So here I'm just going to apply all, and then we'll kind of mess with this. So definitely we're going to want a stronger frontal armor. 16 looks okay. Give me an odd number here. All right, well, what do we do with this? I mean, I could do that, but that doesn't really get me anywhere. We're already maxed out there. Maybe reduce the head to make the legs a little stronger. So, all right, I'll do that. All right, so now we've done that, we still have 3 tons to work with. Can we get away with the upgraded engine too? Because at this stage, we'd be stripping off another 6 criticals to fit that in, which I think that works just fine for me. We'd be able to speed this mech up, that's for sure. So let's go with extra light. Now we only have 9 criticals, but still, if we consider, you know, what this mech is, you get up to 119 kilometers an hour. Actually, let's go up one more stage. We're looking at 121 kilometers an hour. That's pretty good. We have 9 criticals to use that are available. Now, some of those might already be taken up with the equipment we have. Kind of hard to say. I really wish that they would recalculate some of this stuff, but we'll just have to know that we have 9 criticals still left. So, with that in mind, I definitely think we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket as far as their weapons. So, go ahead and remove the pulse lasers. Okay, so this is tabulating as we go. So, the left and right arm, I'm going to remove the pulse lasers, and we're going to go to the right torso, left torso. So, right torso, weapons. We're going to do a medium pulse laser, because I quite like those. And then up to the left torso, same thing. Pulse laser. Okay, we have 35 tons to work with. Now, I didn't pay attention to how many heat sinks we have. And I don't have any... I have 2 extra. So, not sure why we didn't have that available under our other mech. Now, can we fit any jump jets? See if it will let me. Okay, there's 1. We only have 2, so that's going to be as much as we can put in. So we have 4 more tons to play around with. So, center torso. Now, I do have this Beagle active probe. I don't really need to have that. Do we have any other equipment that makes more sense to have? I mean, the AMS may be a good system for us to have. It would protect us against missiles, although at this speed I can dodge missiles fairly effectively. In this case, I'm going to go left torso, heatsink, right torso. All right. So we have 2 more tons to play with. I think the right torso, I want to double up our ammo in case we don't have more ammo. Now, looks like we can do 1 more ton's worth. So put in that. So we've got another ton of that. So we're not as restricted. Okay. So we have 1 more ton still to play with. Well, we could still install the AMS. We already have case in the place that we would need it. What other things can we do? I could put in the clan machine guns, although with only 1 ton, I wouldn't really be able to pull that off because the ammo is 1 ton by itself. I'd slot in a medium laser. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go with the AMS system, and then we're just going to have to deal with half a ton not being allocated. So I'll go ahead and put this in the head. Why not? We've got a clan AMS system, AMS being anti-missile system. And I think that's pretty good. I like this loadout. We'll give it a try. Of course, we should do the weapon grouping. Put this in weapon group 2 instead of weapon group 3. Again, that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, just to make it a little cleaner. All right, so I don't know if this is really all that much more effective than what we were already using. We don't have any long-range weapons. Maybe a liability. But at the same token, we were in a situation where ammo is quite limited. We could go with LRM-5s instead of these Streak SRM-2s for that more long-range punch. So let's take a look at that and what the effective would be there. So these are 1.5 tons. The LRM-5s would be 2. So we could still pull that off. I'd have to remove the AMS system that we just put in. We have a lot more LRM-5 ammo than we have LRM-10 ammo. So that would work in our favor. You know what? That's probably the better call. It would be interesting to use these Streak SRM-2s, but I'm just a little afraid of running out of the Streak ammo. And maybe that's why we weren't resupplied ammo in that last mission, because we didn't have it. They couldn't have filled me up. They could have filled me up a little bit, but they didn't. Maybe that's why we didn't get any back. So, you know, just for the sake of testing things, I'm going to try this because I don't really know the answer. And we will remove the AMS system. And then other Streak SRM2, bye-bye, and then we'll put in the 2 LRM5s. Alright, so we won't be as effective close range because we just have the 2 medium pulse lasers, but at least we have some option for long range play. So let's see. We have 2 things of LRM5 ammo, so endurance is alright. Got the heatsink, pulse laser. Alright. Well, I think it's a start. So we'll save that on up. And I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.